Hi, welcome to All Things Possible TV. We're excited to have you with us. I'm Kris.
I'm Bill.
This is Bill. We are partners in this business as well as married and had a great relationship for a long time. We're excited to have you with us. And this episode today is declarations. Declarations are a very powerful tool. In fact, one of the most powerful tools that we can use.
Absolutely. I'd love to do a good sales job on you this year with the New Year's resolutions coming out, whenever you're trying to make a change. I think this is one of the most powerful tools you can use is declarations. It's simple, yet it's very, very powerful.
Yes, and you can change your life if you want to. Before we go into a lot of detail on how to do it and some of the tricks to the trade, we want to invite you to go to our website at www.allthingspossible.biz, right here on the screen. Go to our website and get the 7 traits. There's 7 traits there for you that will help you in your life to move forward, to do life different, and to have better success. We love the 7 traits, and they have made a big change in our own lives, as well as a lot of clients that we work with. So go ahead and go get that free gift for you, and visit our website. Get familiar with what we have there, because there's a lot of things there and a lot of opportunities for you. So join us and be part of this community so that we can assist you to move your life forward. Without further ado, we're going to jump right into this. This episode is about declarations. Now, for many years, I want you to go back with me many years. Now, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but enough years that affirmations came out, and it was this big craze. Everyone was doing affirmations. We were even, at one point, in a multi-level, very large company. Don't want to say what it is.
We won't say what it is, but they did sell quite a lot of soap.
And we actually did really well with this company, and we had affirmations. We actually had pictures on our fridge of what we wanted to accomplish. Very valuable, and I totally believe in it. In fact, even after we were not in that company, many years later, we did actually accomplish a lot of those things.
The things that we affirmed, the pictures that we put up, we ended up having the house like we wanted, not through that particular company. One of the big things that they really try to get your dreams, get you believing, get you a why, was one of these buses like the entertainers use, like a rock star Prevost coach, that's all converted into a custom motorhome. We actually ended up getting one of those too, and had that for many years. So
that was somebody's dream, right?
That was my hot button. I'll tell you what.
And we
I
loved
that
it.
thing.
We had this bus, and it was great. Affirmations actually do work, but if you want something more powerful, affirmations just affirm what you want, and for you, it's a belief, and it's kind of out there. The thing that we want to talk more about today is declarations. Declarations are a formal way of a statement or actually announcing what you want, what you're going to do. And there's some tricks to actually how you can do those declarations. And we want to go into a lot of detail about that. Declarations are declaring what you want. It tells the universe as well as it tells yourself. It builds a bigger belief in you and what you are headed for, what you would like to accomplish. When we use declarations, we use them in present tense, and we talk as if it's already happened. But I want to tell you, before we go into the tricks of it, I want to really bring out the importance of it. Because for me, a lot of the things that we do, I want to know facts and fiction and make sure that, it really is true. I'm not saying that affirmations aren't the way to go, but declarations are more powerful. And the first reason that I believe that is way back when, even before I was born, or you.
Not much before I was born.
We have what we call the Declaration of Independence.
Wait a minute, I thought it was Affirmation of Independence.
Really? No, it wasn't an affirmation of independence. It was a declaration. So even way back when, our country declared what they wanted. They declared the way that we wanted to do different things. And why don't you tell us a little bit of the details of
Well,
exactly that?
that's it, because with the Declaration of Independence, when do we celebrate our country's independence? Obviously, everyone should know. In the United
July
States,
4th.
it's July 4th, right?
Fireworks, right? Parties.
What was it that really happened on July 4th, 1776? Is that when the war started? Is it when it ended? Absolutely not. The war started actually a year earlier on April 19th, our anniversary. Did you know that?
I know my anniversary is April 19th.
Well-
and when I saw the details, yes.
Okay, that's cool.
But it wasn't
But that- the
1775.
war started- The war, close. The war started April 19th, 1775, over a year before the Declaration of Independence. The war didn't end on the day we declared our independence. Okay, the war ended actually in 1782 in September when the peace treaty was officially signed. Okay, so many years later the war ended. It actually started before. But what do we celebrate? We celebrate the day we declared our independence, and that's when the Second Continental Congress adopted the Declaration of Independence. So that's what we actually celebrate. And I think that speaks for the power of declaration.
Right, the
There's
power.
a lot of extra power in declaring rather than just affirming or stating. When we do an affirmation or these positive statements, we're trying to convince ourselves, our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is so powerful. It will create, it's a goal-seeking computer, and it will create whatever we put in it. And when we do affirmations and positive statements, we're changing our subconscious mind.
Exactly.
But the British didn't care what was in our founding fathers' subconscious mind. They declared it to them. Declaration also works on the subconscious mind, but it goes beyond that and goes out to declare to the world what we are about and what we're creating. And we'll get into that more, but it goes out like on a radio wave, something that we're going to...
Energetically.
It goes out energetically, yeah. It goes out energetically where people just sense it. It's like they have they already know that about you when they speak to you the first time, because that's the energy you're putting out. So
Very similar to when you sense there's a bad person or you sense there's danger with someone. You don't know really why, but you sense they're maybe not the best thing for you, or that there could be danger coming.
Right.
It's like that. We put it out there and it's recognized. Now, for those of you that want to say, well, the Declaration's not really standing and holding itself right now in our society, what I want to tell you is I don't want you to get hung up on that, because the Declaration, even right now, if it's being challenged, it's because someone else is declaring what their belief is. So it still comes down to declaring what you want, what you feel, and how you want your life to be. And I love, there's a formula. First we have to think it. We have to get it in our mind of what we want.
here's the nuts and bolts for you folks out there that just have to know the where's and whys and how it works. This is the nuts and bolts, a formula as to how and why declarations work, what change takes place.
Exactly, because for those of you that have to have that mindset, right brain, left brain, whatever, the formula, you have to think it. You have to know what you want, what's out there, what that thing is. So it has to become a thought and a conscious activity for you. Then we start to speak it. That's declaring it. When we speak it, we hear it. Do you know that the most believable voice that you will ever hear is your own? That's proven. So there's the nuts and bolts of that, right? It's proven that it's the most believable voice is your own. So we've got to speak it. Then we've got to act it. We have actually got to put into action what we're saying. So we're not going to sit on the couch and say, oh, I am so thin and beautiful and everything's going to be great, without any action. We have to get off the couch, exercise, do healthy steps to make our life better. We've got to take action. So we've got to act.
But the action almost, when you're thinking it and when you're speaking it, the action becomes automatic. It's, soldiers train and train and train so that when they're in the moment, their actions are automatic. And as you declare on a regular basis, as you think consistently, your actions start to align with your thoughts and your words.
That's true. Pretty soon you do crave healthy food and you love exercise and you can't imagine your life without doing your workout. the actions do come into play once it's become a belief and you're speaking it and you have acted upon that. The actions do fall into place and happen. And that's when it becomes you being. You start to be it.
You become a different person, a different creature. You're not the old negative, downcast, whatever your old patterns were. You start to set a new pattern. Now you are. You're a different being. You're a different being. Yeah.
Right. So we start to be. And once we just get to the point that we be, that is when we receive. That's when the abundance pours in. Our life has changed. We're doing things differently. And everything seems to be like aligning and going completely forward. And we're like, oh, wow, these declarations are really working, right? That's when we start seeing the abundance and we start seeing the ripples that our life's taking and the changes that are being made. So the formula is think it, speak it, act it, become, be it, and receive. Those are the 5 different things that come up in this formula. What I want to tell you is a few of the things to watch for when you make a declaration. When I did affirmations, I just said, oh, I don't want to be heavy, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, and I want this and I want that, right? Well, in declarations, we're going to speak it in simple terms. It's going to be I am. I am powerful. I am changing the world. I am
healthy.
I am strong. I am I am statements are what?
I am abundant is a very powerful statement.
Right. We want to say those things. I don't use only I am. There's other words that you can use. Some of those are I create, I inspire, I trust, I believe, I attract, I empower. I say a lot of things like I empower others to be their best self. That's one of the things that I say, and that's one of the things that I do. I teach and train, and as well as Bill. We as a company empower others. We strengthen and empower others to conquer their trials and live a passionate and fulfilling life. That is a declaration. And there's very many ways you can do that, but that's 7 different ones that you can start with. And you can add whatever you want to the end of those if that's the ones that you'd like to use. I know there's other words out there. You can find those words. The next thing that I want you to keep in mind is present tense. It has to be saying it as if it's already happened. So we don't say, I'm going to be healthy when, or I will attract people. We say, I attract others. I am healthy, strong, and energetic. We also need to be careful to make it always positive. Take out any extra wording that you can. Any of those extra ands, buts, ors, all the extra words need to come out. You want it short, concise, and powerful. Sometimes we get carried away in our wording and the way that we do things, and we don't see it as that we possibly could make it more powerful. The shorter and more concise, the more powerful. Now that doesn't mean short declarations and you don't say anything.
But
I've got a whole page.
Each statement in the declaration is to be short and concise without a lot of extra wording. Just powerful. I am abundance. I am abundant. I am thin. I am healthy. Very, very, a lot more power with those there. So
One of the things that I say is I trust myself. Now there's other things I have added on to that in the areas that I trust myself, like to make good business decisions, to do other things. But I also want you to realize that once we can trust ourselves, once we believe in ourselves, we inspire and we take on that mantle and that armor and we become better. And the more we can focus on how we can be better, the more we can help others, the bigger difference that we can make for everyone else. The other thing is it's about what you want, not what you don't want.
that's a real big pattern to change and to notice. Notice your own speech and when you talk. Do you say, I don't want to be broke. I just don't want to be sick. That's all I want. I don't want to be sick, okay? Your subconscious mind focuses on the big words, sick and broke, okay? And as a society, we're really in this habit of speaking like this. And so be very conscious, because you can be very counterproductive if you go into your affirmations, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be overweight, like that. It's, yeah, pay a lot of attention to
Right.
that.
So it's what you do want, and how that's going to be for you. What I want to tell you also is it's consistency that's going to do this. Every single day you need to say these. And I recommend to all my clients and to ourselves 3 times a day. First thing in the morning, before you even get out of bed, have that paper by the bed. Have it be the first time you sit up, it's right there in front of you. Speak it right then. Start your day with it, end your day with it. Last thing before you go to bed, you read through your declarations. What that does is it puts your subconscious mind to work. It has your subconscious mind focusing on the things that you want to accomplish, the positive things in your life, instead of that movie you were watching or the news that showed these horrible things that were going on in our world. It puts your mind in the right space, and it sets your subconscious mind to work in how that's going to be accomplished. What needs to happen next.
And it's okay to do them more than 3 times a day. I mean, if you really, really want what you're declaring, it's okay to say it more times.
You can do it as many times as you want. The third time that I put into my life is I have it in my car, and it's on my phone. So I can at any time read through it on my phone, or when I stop at a stoplight, I can pull the visor down, and there's my declarations, that paper right there. I might as well be talking to myself as looking around at everybody else, seeing what everybody else is doing, right?
Okay. Well, and the other thing that I've even done is go ahead and just record it into, click on your little voice recorder app on your phone and record it to yourself, and then just listen to your own voice. It's very believable, very powerful. So those are some of the things that you can do. The other thing I want to talk to you is about your BS detector. Do you know you have a BS detector? Scientists have discovered it, and like they do, they screw everything up, and they had to name it something formal and not a BS detector anymore.
Yeah, they named it reticular activating system.
Reticular
activating system. A BS
But it's a BS detector.
detector.
Okay, I'm a simple guy. It's a reticular activating system. No, it's a BS detector. What it does is you got a little filter going into your subconscious mind that says, nah, that's not true. I'm not going to listen to that. And so you start saying, you get up every morning and you take your declarations, and this isn't declarations, but you read them and you say, I am a loving, powerful, inspiring man of light. With a clear vision of my purpose, I am a gifted healer and light worker. And
oh, come on.
Okay, and you say that, and this little filter goes, okay, and it just cuts it out. And so there's some things that you can do to get past your reticular activating system.
Get past your RAS.
Did you just say that? Can you say that?
RAS, RAS.
Oh, okay, you can say that.
BS detector.
Okay, so what really works good is to say them in different tones and inflections. One morning you might get up and say, I am a loving... Okay, I'm not going to torture you with that. But I'll do that sometimes. I'll get up and do it like an opera singer.
Now you know not why we're not opera stars or rock stars, right?
Okay, but what it does, it goes, your little detector, your RAS detector goes, that's weird. And while it's thinking about how weird it is, the information gets around this little filter, and it starts to set in, and you start to really believe it, own it, and become it. Okay? You can do it in a loud voice. Declare it like you're a king preaching to his kingdom. I am a loving, powerful, inspiring man of light.
Can I tell a story?
Okay.
I still want to tell a story right here. Right? While you're
It
in your
depends
king
on the
voice.
story.
Okay, so last year we went on a cruise to celebrate our 30th anniversary, and
that story.
we regularly were saying our declarations and declaring them. So we get on this cruise ship, we haven't quite pulled out of the port yet, and we hadn't had a chance to say our declarations for the day, and it was just time.
Well, and this time, I mean, we've been on a few cruises, and this was like 30 years married, and we really splurged. Hey, I got a cabin with an outside balcony.
up, right?
Okay. Yes, I caved is what I did.
Yeah, okay, 30 years.
And instead of down, right above the propellers on an inside room.
Whatever.
Which
We've
is-
never had an inside cabin.
Okay.
Okay. But
Instead
we
of
haven't
one
had
of
a
those rooms,
balcony.
we got a
like
balcony, so we could really enjoy it. So yeah, go ahead.
So we have this balcony, so he's like, I'm going to just do this. I'm a powerful person.
I didn't
and he
even say that.
opens the door
I got
and
up.
goes out. He has memorized his decorations. So he goes out and he gets right on the edge of the bar and he just powerfully, like a king in his king voice, declares this.
I am a loudly, powerful, inspiring man of light. And it goes on for a full page. Yeah. And I was just ripping.
I stayed in the cabin.
And I'll tell you what, this little midget that lives in my head that runs the filter system, he was going, he was just like freaking out. Oh my gosh, that was hard, I'd just like, stop the freak out. And I'd keep going with my
You have
thing.
to know the visual here. Here he is having this whole thing. And there's all these people on their balconies as well because we're about to pull out of Miami.
Well, there's people, waving goodbye.
They're like,
bon
oh,
voyage.
that's really cool. You're powerful, man. But tell you what, it got in that day.
Yeah.
And it stayed.
And my wife got into it. In fact, she refused to come out of the room.
Not on the
No, she
balcony,
didn't.
not then.
She waited at least
No.
an hour to go.
No, you find a way. Find a way to make it work. One of the ways that worked really good for me was we were in an accountability group, and we actually were on the same group, but we had 2 others with us. Every morning at 6 a.m., I got to say my declaration and declare what was going to happen for me that day and have it be something that I was telling others. If you want something to happen, first thing, if you're a dieter, the first thing they tell you to do is tell somebody. Tell people around you so they can support you.
So you got somebody to answer to.
It's both. You
Yeah.
need the support, you need someone else wanting your goals and wanting to be supportive of you while you get those goals. So find somebody that you can tell it to. When you regularly are declaring it to someone else, it keeps you doing it. It makes it easier to say it 2 or 3 more times that day. Because it's like, hey, I already got it out of the way that time. It's easier to say it again and again. And I loved that Bill memorized his. This was a whole page. And it was incredible that he memorized it. That way he got to do it in all different voices. Every day we heard something different. Caveman.
Caveman.
Baby talk one day.
Yeah, Oriental restaurant. You like a. Okay,
And,
do that.
and he loves Spanish, so.
So I do it as though
course.
English is a second language. I am being powerful. Anything
You
to be
get
different.
the picture
to get
here.
it past the little midget that filters and rejects what you're saying. Just bop him on the head with something different every day. So pretty soon he'll duck. When he hears your declaration coming, the little midget goes, ah! And then he gets out of your way and you get it right into yourself and you become that.
And before we go past this, when you believe in yourself enough that you can you can act foolish, you can have fun, you are more powerful. When you can let go of what you think everyone else is thinking of you or what everyone else is going to be in judgment of, it's none of your business what they think in the first place.
Yeah, that's their issue.
So we got to let it go. It was funny that I was inside the room going, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing this.
Her reticular
We
activating system
have
was freaking
7
out.
days with these people. They're all going to know who you were. So what?
But the good news is they knew who I was
They
and
did.
what I was about.
They did. And we had a lot of people that were very friendly. We actually, on that cruise, had an interview with a very powerful person that was part of the cruise ship and their entertainment. We were able to have a time with her where we got to meet one-on-one with her and have an interview. And I know that part of it was having declarations that we declared how powerful we were and that we attract others to us and that we make a difference for people in their lives. Because she did too. And we aligned and had this just incredible experience for the whole week with the entertainment on the ship. It was phenomenal. And I bottom line, know that it comes down to We've been saying declarations, and we were doing it on the ship.
Yes.
We didn't stop because we were on vacation. We didn't stop because it wasn't convenient. We didn't stop because someone might think it's foolish. Well, some of us did. There are times that I will be like, not quite so silly, but.
One of the things when we're talking about doing in different voices, and if I can get just serious here for a minute, one of the most powerful ones when you're really getting past your reticular activating system is to declare your declarations, not in a loud voice, not in a silly voice, not in a foreign language, okay, but whisper it. Have you ever heard of the whisperings of the still small voice? Many times when God speaks to our hearts, it's through that gentle whisper. It's not lightning and thunder and angels blowing trumpets, okay? It's a still small voice. Whisper your declarations and just be very intense. I am a loving, powerful, inspiring man of light. Really, and just put it out there. And there's a whole different vibrational energy that comes with that whisper, that quiet certitude, that knowing, and just really owning it. And don't forget to do that one. I found that one to be very powerful.
Well, and that's a good time to, if you've recorded it, go through your declaration and as a meditation, actually let it sink in. I have had Ann Webb on here with Ideal Life Vision before, and I have an hour that I listen to which has declarations in it. And I listen to those, and they do go in. The whisper does go in, and the serious voice. When you really want people to believe it, do you say it silly and pretend Chinese and Japanese mixed, or is it something that you say and you actually own? So make sure you're saying it in all different things.
Mix it up, yeah.
We do need to get it in through the reticular activating system, but we also need to be able to have it be believable. And sometimes it takes us being silly and getting out there and really doing it to really own it. When Bill did own it on the cruise, I was really proud of him, even though it was kind of like, I can't believe that this just happened.
It was a huge stretch for me. I mean, I was like, I really wanted to stop and run back in the cabin and dive under the covers. But it was a stretch, and I was working to get these things passed. So
right, and so take it to the next level.
Speaking of the next level, we've been talking about level 1. This is getting it to where you believe it, to where you own it, to where you become it. Is it okay if I go ahead and share that now, or did we?
Yes.
Would you like to add some?
Yeah, because we are about to wrap up here.
Okay, so that's level 1, and that's where if you get on the internet and study declarations, you'll find a lot of this information, if not all of it, in different places. Level 2 is where I want to take you to next, and let me take you back about 10 years when I was studying the Silva method of healing, Jose Silva, and his whole concept is we work in the beta brainwaves most of the time. Okay, that's our conscious, active, thinking, analyzing brainwave. The next step down is the alpha brainwave. That's what you have right before you go to sleep, right as you're waking up when you're in hypnosis. It's a deep alpha. Okay, in the alpha brainwave, and what they teach you is to do healing, to create things, to go into the alpha wave, to bring yourself down, and that's a whole nother subject. That's not where I want to go. But one of the things that I learned in Alpha that he taught us, and I sum it up, I call it a cosmic commercial, or a commercial to the cosmos. And they gave an example. For example, if you want to sell your home, you have a home for sale, and you want to sell this, well, you take and bring yourself into that quiet state of Alpha. But when you're there, you speak, and you imagine all the people in the whole state, in the area, any prospective buyers that might want to buy your home. And you imagine them standing out in front of you in a large audience, and you say, I have an incredible home. It has 5 bedrooms, it has 5 baths. It sits on a half an acre of property. It's only 10 years old. All the carpets have been redone, just redid the cabinets. Whatever it is about your home, you give them, and you just visualize all these people going, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Visualize these people as you're saying that and doing this commercial. And just sell your home. And this is speaking, and you're visualizing to the prospective buyers. And visualize people just rushing and trying to write up offers. And so visualize these people coming up to your house after you've told them all about it. coming up pushing a wheelbarrow loaded with money, okay, because they want to buy your house. And the whole thing is you send out, yes, you have your realtor, you might list in the homes for sale places, you put a sign in front of your house, but you send it out, as we was talking about, on an energetic level, and it's very powerful. And I've used this to sell and create many things, this cosmic commercial. So I'd like to take that to, when you make your declarations. Are you trying to grow your business? What are you trying to call forth into your life? And imagine everybody that you would want to hear your message. Pick a demographic area. Is it the county you live in, the city, the state? Pick a demographic area and or geographic, really try and visualize the people in that area, all perking up and hearing what you have to say as you declare yourself. And visualize them hearing and receiving your message. And then coming to ask you for the gifts, whatever it is that you have to offer. Me as a healer, as an intuitive healer, I want people to come and ask me to assist them with finding and removing the blockages they have in your life, correcting their imbalances, okay? And so I visualize, when I say my declarations, I visualize these people that are having struggles in life coming to me and saying, can you assist me? And I visualize these people leaving my office or our telephone interview, whatever it is, with a big smile on their face, with new hope, moving forward in life, without the burdens, casting off the weight of the burdens that they've been carrying, and just creating great things in their life. That's what I visualize as I say my declaration. So that's the next level. So now it's not only about convincing yourself, it's about broadcasting. It's sending out a commercial to the cosmos, to people, to tell them what you are. And that's very powerful when you can set that intention. That really magnifies the power of your declarations. So
that's awesome, and it's so true. The same thing with when I do my ideal life vision and I listen to it, I envision while I'm listening where that's going and who it's going to, especially because I speak it in that as well. And you can speak it in your declaration. Thank you for joining us today. I, along with Bill, we love to have you with us and love to be able to give you information and allow you to find ways in your life to make a difference. I also want to invite you to go to our website. Again, it's www.allthingspossible.biz, right here on the screen, and get the 7 traits. The 7 traits really will change your life. If you haven't gotten them, join our community, subscribe to our channel, and be part of what we are doing. Also, I want to give you an offer. This is a free offer for a strategy session with either Bill or I. While you're on the website, just click Contact Us and send an email if you would like to have that free session with myself or with Bill. You don't get it with both of us, but you get to choose one or the other. When we have an episode like this and we make an offer, it's good that you stayed to the end and got the offer, and it's your opportunity to get a gift from us. Thanks again for joining us, and declarations, are you doing them? You should be. They will
Absolutely.
make a difference
Very
and
powerful.
empower you to have the best year yet. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on allthingspossible.tv.
Bye.
Bye-bye.